This is interesting. All right, I don't want to talk too much about it, but Booker T did allude to this on his podcast Hall of Fame, and I just like, I hope this isn't anything that turns into something big, and I hope it's just them like clashing, like just an argument, like it didn't go anything more than fisticuffs, because to me this just would seem like it's, you know, eras clashing, like Booker T being like, why are you there, and trying to you know, talk down to Punk about giving advice to the younger generation, younger talent. And if that's the case, then sure. But like, I really hope this is not the foreshadowing of something more.
Yeah, I think that in a way it was like kind of irresponsible for him to say this and then not provide context or like what actually happened, because he was saying like, oh, I'll tell you off air, and it's like, I understand sometimes like you get caught up in the moment and you say things and then you're like, oh crap, like I just said this to this. But like, I think if it wasn't anything, it was irresponsible. If it was something, it was irresponsible, because we know the history of Punk. We know why he was let go from AEW. We know why there were people who weren't thrilled about him being back in WWE. And unless this was something that just like could not be contained or could not be kept private, then we would have heard about it. But this is the first that we heard about it. No one said anything until he did. And then to not provide any details about it, I just think it's in bad taste. And I love Booker T. And I'm not necessarily defending Punk, but it's like, you don't want to put this out there. Like, you're throwing a dagger, you know, and then running away. And it's like,
no, you are.
That's not fair if it really wasn't anything that big of a deal, because then there are people who don't like Punk or do think he's a bad guy in the company that are going to jump to the worst possible situation and think this is what he did, this is why he's trash, blah, blah, blah. And if that's not the case, then that's not fair. So